right, welcome to the third review of the evening. Up this time is Sun Wukong versus Robots. Right, so very quickly on the Sun Wukong character, because, no, seriously, we could be here for many, many hours going into who he is and what he represents now and important he fucking is.
He's the Monkey King from the Journey to the West. He's the original shonen protagonist, although he's usually actually not stupid. He's just doesn't get listened to a lot. He's an allegory for the human mind.
Right.
He has a stick. It's a very special, powerful magic stick.
Insert joke about that's what they all say.
I assume that's what the important thing is. He's a monkey. He has a stick.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Sun Wukong may be the most transposed character from the Journey to the West.
I mean, he's pretty much the main character if you don't pay attention to who the official main character is.
Right. I mean, for fuck's sakes, he is the inspiration for Son Goku.
Right,
and
which is the character's Japanese name.
Yeah, and that's just the fucking surface of it all. We seriously do not have the time or the credentials to get into it, because you could teach a course on Journey to the West. I'm pretty sure that
it's a long fucking book.
Yeah, it's an important one too. But anyway, for our purposes, Sun Wukong is fighting robots. Because, when you've been adapted as many times as Sun Wukong has, you start getting variations of this kind of nature. See some of the roguelikes we cover on the program.
At least this character has a pretty good reason to still be alive, in however much further in the future it is when they invent robots. Yeah. Because aside from all the other stuff, his most notable trait is how goddamn immortal he is. Except maybe when he becomes a bodhisattva or whatever at the end, or a Buddha.
I think it was a bodhisattva. It's been a while. Anyway, so we got the PlayStation 4/PlayStation 5 version of this game. So over the Petty Fan for the body of the review.
Monkey hit robots good with stick.
I'm like, articulate.
I know, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So this game bills itself as a, let's say, Microvania.
Yeah.
Because once again, we do bang on about Radalaikia games, and this is another one of their published affairs, but it falls under, at least in terms of content, the short and sweet side. You can complete this in like half an hour from what I've seen. If you know everything. That being said, it has more personality than what we typically get from them. In fact, this has a lot of personality. Anyway, Petty, so anything you can remark on the gameplay?
Not really. It's your bog standard Metroidvania-esque type thing.
So, backtracking, collect items, get more powerful, that kind of thing?
Hit robots with stick gooder.
Unlike the other Wukong game that's coming out, this one does not let you transform into many, many different kinds of animals.
I don't know yet. I haven't gotten quite that far.
And other things, too. It's not just limited to animals, I guess, but whatever.
No wonder he's going to be trapped under a silicon rock for 500 years.
Well, that's kind of where he started.
I know.
For all I know, you could be a robot yourself. Dun, dun,
also,
dun.
he was a rock originally, so it rhymes.
Anyway, the jumping's alright. No set jump arcs or anything like that.
It looks a bit floaty.
Yeah, a little bit. More bosses you kill, the more power-ups you get.
Which makes sense. Like, looks
stop
like
me if
there's
you
a
heard
bit
this
of
one before.
the old role-playing game elements here, in that I'm seeing numbers and hit points, damage, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, music's okay. Art is, if you like something quasi NES, then this would be up your alley.
At least it looks like an NES game.
Yeah.
That's one of our, I think, more consistent complaints about Radalaika games. They go for the retro pixel art style without picking a style. Like, it just...
Yeah, this one looks more consistent than some of them do.
Yeah. Once again, I know this wasn't developed by them, but a lot of their not even developed games have that same kind of, house style, which really shouldn't happen, but does. And I haven't been able to figure that out. Like, anyway, how's the music?
It's there. If you like chiptune, you'll be at home.
I guess next up is pricing.
Yep.
So, pricing disparity time, because, once again, it's a situation where Radalaika handled the console versions, and the original developer, Bitka, published the PC version. So, the PC version clocks in at $2.99. The PlayStation, the console version, clocks in at $4.99.
Yep.
Like, well, do you think it's worth it?
I'd say maybe. It depends how much of a retro bend you're on. A retro rager, if you will. But yeah. The game overall is fine.
Are the controls smooth and precise?
It depends. If you're playing with the D-pad, it's fine, but that's mostly because, PS4 has a pretty good D-pad. If you're playing with the joystick, though, it's not great. But again, playing something...
That's an important thing in retro games like this, so...
Yep.
Retro style.
So yeah, any more questions, comments, concerns?
No, I think we're good.
Monkeys you want me to slap?
No, just the one to stop this after we're done with the wrap-up here. So yeah, that'll about do it for Sun Wukong versus Robot. Be sure to tune in after the break, as we'll be reviewing Goop Loop.